Now, let us start with Trypanosoma evansi. In the year 1881, Griffith Evans identified the pathogenic trypanosomes. Based on his name, the species is named as the Trypanosoma evansi. The natural host, such as horse, donkey, mules, camel, they act as natural host, and cattle and buffalo, they act as reservoir host. Sometimes camel can also act as the reservoir host. And mouse, rat, rabbit, guinea pig are the experimental host for Trypanosoma evansi. Their predilection site is blood and lymph, and the disease they cause is called as trypanosomosis. And this has different names in the different countries. And in Indian subcontinent, this is called as Sarra, or it is mostly used name. And in case of horse, the disease is called as Sarra. The meaning of Sarra is rotten or putrefied, something which is putrefied. And in disease in camel is called as Gafar or Tibersa, and this is mostly prevalent in the African countries and South American countries, and also in Asian countries. Now let us come to the morphology of the Trypanosoma evansi. Typically they are around 15 to 34 micrometer long, and they are slender and intermediate in shape, but sometimes stumpy forms can also occur. They have vesicular nucleus with endosome, and the placella which arises from the posterior end in the kinetosome, that is from the parabasal body, and they have well developed undulating membrane. Kinetoplast is present in the posterior end, and the posterior end is not pointed, that is rounded. Now let us come to the life cycle of the Trypanosoma evansi. These multiply by the process of binary fission, that too longitudinal binary fission, and they are a group of salivarian trypanosomes. In the previous video, we discussed what is salivarian groups and what is the Stercorian groups. If you didn't watch those videos, please go back and have a look at them. Now let us come to the mode of transmission. The main and the principal mode of transmission is by biting of Tabanus fly. Please try to remember the name of this fly. Tabanus fly means it is related with the Trypanosoma evansi. And the next mode is the carnivorous can also acquire infection from eating the infected carcass, and iatrogenic transmission through syringe and needles, and neonatal transmission in suckling puppies from the dam, and blood inoculation transfusion from the infected animals. Reservoirs are carriers of natural infections or vampire bat. This is act as the reservoir or carrier of the natural infections, and in India a camel and cattle buffalo, they act as the reservoir host for the Trypanosoma evansi. Now let us come to the pathogenesis. Pathogenesis is maybe due to one, anemia and metabolites which are released by the trypanosomes, and the next one is the hypoglycemia. Trypanosoma compete for the glucose in the host, therefore it will lead to a condition called as hypoglycemia. And also nervous symptoms are can be noticed in the host. And due to antigenic variation of the trypanosomes, the host will produce large amount of antibodies against those antigenic variations of the trypanosomes, leading to the exhausting the immune system of the host. This leads to the hyper gamma globulinemia, which means there is increased production of immunoglobulins such as IgA, IgG, and IgM. This is about the regions of the pathogenesis. Now let us come to the what are the regions of anemia. Anemia is the main region of the pathogenesis. Now let us discuss about what are the causes or regions which leads to the anemia in the affected host. The first reason is the depression of the erythropoiesis, which means there is the reduction of the formation of the erythrocytes, and the next one is the erythrophagocytosis and hemodilution, which means the decreased amount of RBCs in the plasma. And the next case is the direct lysis of the RBC, and lysis of RBC can also by stimulation of autoimmune hemolysis. This is due to coating of the RBCs with the antigens of trypanosomes. Whenever these trypanosomes coat the RBCs, there is the high chances of hemolysis of those coated RBCs, and this is also a reason for the anemia. And conditions like thrombocytopenia also contribute to the anemia, and the Another important point is that the trypanosome surface coat has the enzyme called as sialase, which has the ability to break down sialic acid. And sialic acid is the major component of the surface of RBC. If the sialic acid is break down from the surface of RBC, which leads to the erythrolysis. These are the regions of for anemia, which include depression of the erythropoiesis, which means the formation of RBCs will get down, and then erythrophagocytosis, hemodilution, and direct lysis of the RBC, and also by stimulation of autoimmune hemolysis, and thrombocytopenia, and the enzyme sialase. And now let us look at what are the hematological changes which occur in the affected host, which include normocytic and normochromic anemia. Normocytic is the condition in which the RBCs are in normal shape and size, but they are in less number, or which means decreased number of RBCs will be there, but their size and shape is normal. And normochromic means the RBCs contain the normal or the adequate amount of hemoglobin in the RBC, but their number is reduced. This is the normocytic and normochromic anemia. And the next condition is polychromasia. The meaning of polychromasia is poly means multiple and chroma is the color, which means the condition in the RBCs. Those RBCs are multicolored whenever they are blood smeared. And this condition is mainly accompanied with the release of premature RBCs from the bone marrow. This is the polychromasia. Now let us come to the what are the causes of edema. Plasma kinin are produced in the plasma, which in turn increase the endothelial permeability, which leads to the edema. Now let us come to the cause of death. It include anemia, hypoglycemia, high acidosis, and increase serum potassium level, and serum protein alteration, increase in globulin protein, and RBCs are not able to use oxygen, which result in asphyxia and leads to death. This is about the causes of death, causes of edema. And now let us come to the clinical signs which are noticed in the affected host. It varies with the host animals, and the course of the disease may be of two kinds. The first one is paroxysms, which means there is a sudden occurrence of symptoms will be noticed. That is the nothing but the sharp and acute condition, which is accompanied with the presence of organism in the blood with febrile condition. That is nothing but the fever will be there. And the next course is the intermission. In intermission, there is for temporary period there is no symptoms will occur in the affected host, and in such condition the organisms trypanosoma events may or may not present in the blood, and without the fever. Now let us come to the general symptoms which are noticed in the affected host, which include hyperpyrexia. The temperature is up to 40 to 44 degrees Celsius, and which is usually intermittent, and anemia, jaundice, edema of ventral region, and lymphadenitis, emaciation, cachexia, and weakness, nervous disorders like circling and grinding of teeth and stamping of leg, coma, and death can also be noticed in the affected host. Now let us come to the equine trypanosomosis, that is SARA. The meaning of SARA is rotten or putrefied, and the disease is of three forms: acute, subacute, or chronic. And this is more fatal, death in 1 to 1 week, or it may range up to 6 months. And the incubation period is between between 4 to 9 days, and which is accompanied with the progressive anemia. There is emaciation and edema ranging from the arterial plaque on the neck, flank to edema of leg, and hemorrhages at the junction of skin and mucous membrane, especially at nostrils and eye and anus, fecal hemorrhages at the nictitating membrane, weakness of hindquarters, dragging of hooves with profuse salivation. Diarrhea may also occur at terminal stages of the disease. And now let us come to the cattle and buffaloes. What is the case of trypanosomosis? Usually, Cattle and buffalo act as reservoir host for the equine trypanosomosis. And there is also pre-acute to acute, subacute or chronic forms will be there, and prevalence is more in buffaloes than in cattle. In case of acute, the affected animal is dull, hard of breathing and circling movement, nervous excitement, and twitching of the muscles, shivering of the body are noticed, and grinding up teeth with profuse salivation, frequent micturition, coma, and death is in acute condition. And in pre-acute, the animal will die within 2 to 3 hours with nerve forms and convulsions. And in subacute or chronic case, there is fever, edema, and blind stagger condition, reduced milk yield, and diarrhea will be there. Abortion in the female buffaloes in India is reported in the affected animals. Now let us come to the disease in camels. Trypanosoma evensi disease caused in camel is called as Tiversa or Gafar, and the attack of the disease is insidious, which means the disease which attacks slowly, and there is no any obvious symptoms of the disease were noticed, and it may be acute or chronic, and the incubation period is up to 1 to 2 weeks. There is edema of leg and dependent parts also. Abortion is common, and mange infection is usually accompanied with it. Disease may last up to 3 years, and chronic in Asia, so it is called as Tiversa. In Sudan, it is called as Gafar. Sudan is the country in Africa. It is called as Gafar, and it is an acute form with death in 2 to 3 weeks. Now, in case of dogs, the source of infection is by eating the infected carcass with viable trypanosomes. The incubation period is for 5 to 10 days. It is an acute fatal type in imported breeds, and this disease is more serious in pups. And there is fever, anorexia, edema of head and larynx. So there is change of voice. This symptom is like in rabies, and there is conjunctivitis, bilateral corneal opacity, and blindness will be there. And in case of elephants, the disease is known as THAT, and there is severe emaciation and marked muscular lesions, fever, and edema of dependent parts will be there in the elephant. From next video, we will discuss the diagnosis part of the Trypanosoma evensi, and then we will discuss the immunity of the Trypanosoma evensi and their treatment and control. After finishing the Trypanosoma evensi, we will shift to Trypanosoma theileri, which cause theileriosis. Thank you.